Chapter 28. Footprints in Air. Nynaeve stared at the white bridge in wonder, a legend that the warder and Aes Sedai treated as commonplace. She tried not to gawk at it like a country bumpkin. Since they'd set off, there'd been little conversation between the women, nothing of substance anyway. Moraine kept trying to talk her into going to Tar Valon. Nynaeve would only go if it was needed. She may take their training, but not for the reasons the Aes Sedai thought. She wondered what a fully trained wisdom could achieve, then banish the thought. The power was a filthy thing, only to be used when necessary. Nynaeve demanded Moraine tell her how she would locate the boys, and was told she'd sense them if close enough, even if they didn't have their coins. It wasn't the only time she'd asked, and Moraine's calm responses made her blood boil. Nynaeve's stare bored into the Aes Sedai's back as they rode. She was sick of hearing the plan of going to Tar Valon. Moraine commented that her training would include learning to control her temper, as emotions block the use of the one power. She glowered at the Aes Sedai whenever she spoke privately with Lan. She hated Moraine, but realised scowling made her look like a girl caught acting the fool. She wished she could be rid of the woman. Lan would be easier to manage, and be able to handle what was needed. She flushed and convinced herself there was no reason for that thought, other than practicality. She could not understand how Lan got under her skin as much as Moraine. He was often off scouting, but it was as if they were in an unspoken duel that she had yet to score in. Nynaeve felt the wind talking to her, but refused to listen, now that she knew it was the one power. Each hour of the journey, the warder and Aes Sedai seemed to be wound tighter and tighter. Nynaeve wondered what their breaking point would be. When she asked Lan what caused the tension, he claimed, "It is nothing. You should go back to your 2 rivers once we reach White Bridge. It's too dangerous here. Nothing will stop you going back, though." Moraine disagreed and said, "She is part of the pattern, Lan. It is the Dark One, Nynaeve. The storm has left us, for a time at least. He is still watching, however, and his gaze is stronger. Not on us, but on the world. How much longer before he's strong enough to?" Nynaeve hunched down as Moraine trailed off, suddenly feeling as if someone stared at her back. As they reached the foot of the bridge, Nynaeve could not comprehend how it didn't crash under the weight of a single man, let alone a horse. It looked like lace glass shining in the sunlight, slippery and wet, yet the horses strode over sure-footed. When they reached the other side, Nynaeve noticed the tarry smell of char thick in the air. Entering the town, she soon saw the blackened timbers of houses around the town square. The town watch patrolled with an uneasiness, and a few townspeople almost ran from place to place, shoulders hunched as if chased. Lan sniffed the air and grimaced, then growled under his breath. Moraine mumbled, "The wheel weaves as the wheel wills. No eye can see the pattern until it is woven." She dismounted, then began to move amongst the citizens. She never asked questions, only offering sympathy, which sounded genuine to Nynaeve's surprise. The people opened up to the Aes Sedai as she empathised with their hurt. They lied, though, saying nothing had happened, or varying other accounts. One fat fellow claimed a lamp had spilled, and the wind had carried the fire, yet no burnt structure stood next to another. They blamed a male channeler, dark friends, followers of Logain, bandits, and a boat was involved which had sailed before a mob could descend upon it. Nynaeve wondered if Egwene and the boys were on it, especially when they heard that a gleeman was on board. She asked Moraine if it was possible. The Aes Sedai said it was, but doubted it. Moraine walked up to an inn and felt at the air before its door, then smiled. The common room was full of fear, patrons talking low and concentrating on their drinks and meals. The trio sat down to a meal of their own, and the militia putting their heads into the inn, searching for trouble. Lan snorted that militia are useless, and the commander asked their business. Lan told him they were passing through, and it was made quite clear that strangers were currently unwelcome in Whitebridge. Nynaeve asked where they'd go now. Are they following the boat? Lan and Moraine shared a look. Then the Aes Sedai told her, "First I must find the one I can be sure of finding, and he is somewhere to the north. I don't think the other 2 were on the boat. They were in this room no more than 2 days ago. They were afraid, but left alive. The trace wouldn't have lasted without strong emotion." Nynaeve asked which 2 boys, but Moraine couldn't tell. Nynaeve persisted and asked, "If they're only a day or 2 ahead, why don't we go after them first?" Moraine told her, "I know they were here, but beyond that I cannot say which direction they left. I trust they are smart enough to head to Camelin and wait for me there. Lacking their tokens, I must be within half a mile to find them. They could be up to 40 miles in any direction with fear speeding them on, and they were certainly afraid when they left." No matter how scared, they will eventually remember Camelin. And now I will help the one I can find. Nynaeve opened her mouth to question it, but Lan cut her off. They had reason to be afraid. There was a half-man here. I can smell him everywhere. Moraine sighed, saying she will stay hopeful until reason for hope is gone. She will not let the Dark One win, and she will find the 3 boys alive. Nynaeve told them she wants to find the boys too. But what about Egwene? She's never mentioned, despite Moraine being set upon getting her to Tar Valon. Moraine looked at her, anger clear in her eyes, startling Nynaeve. Coldly, the Aes Sedai said, I hope to find Egwene alive and well too. I do not easily give up on young women with that much ability once I've found them, but it will be as the wheel wills. Nynaeve's stomach went cold as she thought. Am I one of those young women you won't give up? Well, we'll see about that, Aes Sedai, the light burn you. They finished their meal in silence, which they maintained as they left Whitebridge and onto the Camelin Road. Thanks for listening. Please like, share and subscribe and help get a new channel off the ground. Thank you.